Hi, I'm Mugs McConnell, and this is Snippets of Yoga Philosophy. I wanted to talk about how to use mala beads, and there are different ways to use them. So these are my mala beads, and these mala beads have 108 beads, which is fairly standard. Some lineages or pathways use 99 beads. But in yoga, we are generally using 108 beads. So each time we say a mantra, we will pull a bead. Now I'm using my right hand, so if the camera is reversed for you, no, this is my right hand. And I have my string of malas over the middle finger. So these three fingers represent the three gunas, or the three qualities of nature, which I spoke to in a previous episode. And they are basically sattva, which is purity and light, balance and harmony. Rajas, which is activity and passion, movement, and then tamas is inertia, darkness, fatigue. And so those three qualities are in everything. So here we have the mala beads over the three qualities of nature. The index finger is representing, in this case, the ego personality. So in that case, we don't really want it to touch the mala beads. It can also represent the soul, but in this instance, it is the ego personality. And then the thumb represents the divine. And so each time we say the mantra, we pull a bead. So let's say we're saying the mantra Soham, which means I am that. I am one with the divine. I'm one with the universe. The universe is one with me. I am. Okay, so Soham, 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 Soham. And then when you get all the way around to the last bead, if you want to continue with another mantra or repeat the same one, you flip it around and go the other direction. Okay, so by flipping it around, what I mean is, here it is over those three fingers. I'm going to tuck my thumb under and put the mala beads on the thumb. Now they have changed direction. Tuck that middle finger underneath, and away I go the other way. So you can just practice flipping the mala beads around. And then it becomes very natural. So pulling a bead for each time I repeat the mantra. Now the lower part of the bead is generally held, or the mala is generally held around the Manipura chakra, or the navel. And so each time I pull a bead, that's also there, which is sort of a decision area. It's the highest of the three lower chakras, and a transition point to move into the spiritual chakras versus the chakras for this walk on earth. Okay, now some people do it the other way. So we started the meru, and the meru is often indicated with some kind of end here. It can be very elaborate or simple thread here, and a larger bead often. And they then would go the opposite direction. So rather than pulling a bead, they push a bead. And that isn't the way that I was taught, but I definitely have seen people pushing the bead versus pulling the bead. So you can decide whichever way works the best for you. The main thing is that this is counting the repetitions of the mantra, and there's power in repetition of how many times you repeat the mantra. I have also seen people who use the index finger, so they just have the mala beads over all and then pull with the thumb. but this method that I was taught is to have it over these 3 fingers and leave the ego personality out of it to work and enhance on our aspect of humility. So the mala beads I usually store mine in a mala bag to keep and house that energy of the work that I'm doing with the mantras. And I made these mala beads. Sometimes mala beads break, and my teacher Namadeva Acharya said when they break, that means they're so full of energy that they couldn't hold it anymore. And so then it's up to you what you would like to do. Sometimes I make wrist malas out of the remaining beads, or I restring them on new string. It's entirely up to you. The repetition of mantra, and I spoke about this recently in mantras, is extremely beneficial for getting out of our chit-chatty mind and into a quiet mind. So it helps to clear the mind, clear the thoughts, so that we can move into a quieter state for meditation. So I hope this is helpful for you, and may you enjoy your mantra practice. Thank you so much.